Hey everybody, Juno 2000 here, coming at you with a review of one of my all-time favorite horror movie sequels that's out there. Up there with Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge, Child's Play 3, Halloween 4, of course. But this is another Halloween movie. But this is a great fucking sequel that I personally like more than the original. Many may disagree. Some people love the original, but I grew up with this one more. This one and four. I didn't grow up with the original until like I saw like the first one that's like the fourth film to see in the series. It's just to be it was just the first three movies I saw was Halloween 4, Halloween 5, Halloween 2, and this is Halloween 2 from 1981, directed by Rick Rosenthal, starring Jamie Lee Curtis, the great Donald Pleasence, rest in peace, that legendary English actor, and also Lance Guest is in it, and Dick Warlock as Michael Myers was great. This is a badass steelbook from Shit Factory because they're shit now because they're owned by new fucking owners and they're doing half-ass release, not even good fucking features. They did a steelbook for this. They did like a 4K for this, but to me, I thought this was a better fucking artwork than that shitty artwork for this 4K. Of course, the insert. I even custom it the fucking steelbook, and yeah, I like. And of course, you get the TV cut, the theatrical cut on Blu-ray. But yeah, I put like posters behind it to make it look so badass. But yeah, I like this movie. This is a great fucking sequel. Definitely one that's better than that piece of overrated fucking bullshit 2018 that 2018 rant that we ranted on the that me and CWO of Sean in Texas, we ranted on that overrated bullshit. Wasn't a movie that I truly am pissed off to still to this day. Halloween Ends is a piece of fucking shit. But this is to me the true sequel, better than 2018. And I do think this movie kicks ass because it follows up from the ending of the first one. Laurie Strode surviving the attack of Michael Myers' attack. Loomis is going after Michael Myers, having that line, "I shot him 6 times. I shot him in the heart. I shot him 6 times. This man, he ain't human." And then you get this badass revelation of Michael Myers is still out there. And I know Carpenter shit on this movie, but I fucking disagree with him. I do think this movie kicks a lot of ass. I do think this movie is great. All in all, it starts off with this badass gothic opening theme song that Alan Howarth and John Carpenter worked on the music to make this Halloween theme song so gothic and very eerie and badass. Definitely the best theme song in the franchise. And you get the opening of the pumpkin, and then you finally see the pumpkin opening, and you see the skull that's creepy with the badass synthesizer music of Halloween 2, and Michael Myers is stalking the streets of Haddonfield, steals a knife from these two old couples, and stacks this girl named Alice in her house. So Michael Myers is still making his rampage, and Laurie Strode is taken through a stretcher to Haddonfield Memorial Hospital, and you get this character played by Lance Guest, who was in Jaws Revenge, and he plays this character named Jimmy that's having kind of sort of likes her, because he says oh, my brother is in high school, he goes to high school with her, and you kind of have they really don't I kind of wish there was more scenes with them. I would admit that's the con. I kind of wish there was more scenes with Jimmy and Laurie because I felt like they could have fleshed those characters out to have more story time and build her up to their relationship liking each other, because I thought it was kind of cute that they were liking each other. And she gets there recovering from her injuries, the stab of the arm. She gets stitched up, prepared to be recovered at the hospital, waiting for her parents. They can't get through her parents at this party. Charles Cypher comes back as Sheriff Brackett. He's with Dr. Loomis, Donald Pleasence. They're looking for Michael Myers. They think that Michael Myers is in the street with these kids that are they're trick or treating, and Loomis is trying to shoot. Stop! And then there's this blonde fucking Michael Myers mask dude that's walking by, and he gets hit by a police car that doesn't fucking see him, and it boom explodes and burns the dude, and it turns out that was Ben Tramer in that blonde mask. And what's interesting is that the idiot cop that hits him is Dick Warlock as a cop. I didn't see him. Bullshit. But that was Dick Warlock. It's kind of interesting that the actor that plays Michael Myers is playing a cop in this movie. And he kills Laurie Strode's crush, Ben Tramer. Poor Ben Tramer. And of course, Charles Cyphers announced that, oh, you got your daughter, Nancy. What was her name? Annie. Yeah, not Nancy. I mean, and your daughter Annie is killed at this nearby the Doyle house. So he goes and sees her dead body, and he's sad, and he blames all this shit on Loomis, even though it's not Loomis's fault. But he's all distraught about seeing his daughter dead. And one leads to another. Loomis starts hanging out with this other blonde sheriff because Charles Cypher is so pissed at Loomis, he doesn't want to talk to him. So he's with the sheriff one, which I thought the guy was okay, but to me, it would have been cool to see Brackett and Loomis again in the sequel. But one leads to another. Michael Myers is still going to make his rampage. He makes his way to the Memorial Hospital, kills the security guard, Mr. Garrett, with a fucking hammer, and he starts killing Bud, played by what's his name? Jeez, I forgot what's his name. The actor that plays Bud. He was also in Maniac Cop 2. He was that fucking weirdo. He was that fucking weirdo guy that like tries to be friends with Wydell in the movie. But he's in Maniac Cop 2. Fuck, I forgot his name, but he's a good character actor. And I thought he was funny as Bud. By him, and he's trying to hook up with this other girl, this other nurse lady, and they have a fun time at this hot tub, and Michael Myers strangles him and dumps the nurse lady into the hot tub, making it hot and burning her face and her flesh of the face. But the only thing that was left was her tatas, which was nice to see. At least those weren't burned. See? At least those weren't tortured. But all in all, that was a pretty brutal kill too. Being your face burned into hot water, that's brutal fucking shit. And of course, Michael Myers still killing more victims. He kills the character Janet after she saw Dr. Mixer having a needle in his eye. Now she gets a needle in her head by Michael Myers. And Michael Myers is stalking around the hospital. And people bitch about the hospital, like, oh, there's nobody in there. To me, I prefer this setting over the bullshit sequels that we've been giving. And their shitty setting. I don't know, it gives a creepy factor, creepy atmosphere. Even the scene where he's like hiding behind he's like in the rooms with the babies, it's kind of creepy too. But he didn't do nothing, which that's a good thing that he didn't do nothing with the little babies. But he starts like stalking his way to find Laurie. Then Laurie starts finding out that unconscious, because she's been unconscious, but she wakes up and she tries to hide from Michael Myers, who tries to stab her in her bed, trying to hide. But one of the nurses finds her, and one leads to another. The Michael Myers stabs her with a scalpel, lifting her up, showing how powerful he is, and he's stalking Laurie through the hallways into a basement, and she escapes through an elevator after she saw some dead bodies hanging around, and hides in the car until Loomis is visited by the nurse lady from the first one, telling him, you got to go back to Smith Grove. The doctor is warning you, and there's a marshal with me, and he'll arrest you if you don't go. So he's forced to go, even though he's pissed that he can't do shit. So one leads to another. She gives him the twist news that Laurie Strode is Michael Myers' sister. And I like that twist. I don't give a fuck. Oh, that wasn't that great. I like that twist. To me, it was effective and great. I hate when they got rid of it in that 2018 bullshit. But you get the twist, and Loomis is ready to go, even though people think he's an asshole in this moment. But he's trying to go back and save Laurie Strode because he wants to fucking get her away from Michael Myers, who's a murderer and a rampage. He wants to go after her. Now we know that he's her sister. Now they're brother and sister. And he points the gun at the marshal. Oh, fire, range shot, huh? Shoots the window, makes the guy turn around, go back to the Memorial Hospital in Haddonfield. And one leads to another. He's telling them, get in there and shut up and look around. And then Laurie Strode is like getting off the car and is seen chased by Michael Myers, who's out there now screaming for Loomis and stuff, and Loomis lets her in. He shoots Michael when he breaks through the window like the fucking Terminator and shit, but he wasn't phased because this idiot marshal guy like says he's not breathing, and fucking Loomis is telling him stay the hell away from him. And then he's like slicing the marshal guy's throat because he's an idiot, not listening to Loomis. And then he's stalking Laurie and Loomis. And this is a cool scene that you share a same scene with Donald Pleasence and Jamie Lee Curtis. Laurie Strode and Dr. Loomis sharing the same scene with Michael Myers. It's pretty badass. Loomis actually fucks up and did not check that he had no bullets, and he gets stabbed by Michael Myers when he breaks through the door. He tries to kill Laurie, but Laurie has another gun that Loomis gave her, shoots him in the eyes. Blood comes out of his mask, of the eye sockets, and he's blind, so he's like swinging the scalpel, making the gas noise, making noise so he could hear and attack him. Loomis is making the noise from his section, and Laurie makes the section of the noise. He tells her, get out, Laurie. And then he has a lighter, and Michael's like waiting to see what the hell's going on. He has the line, it's time, Michael. Pew! Lights it up. Big ass explosion. Big ass sacrifice to have him in the shape die. And even the shape is coming out in the flames, all engulfed in flames, but he falls down. Fire is like through his mask. And one leads to another. Laurie Strode is saved and put in a hospital. Ambulance. I know there was an extended ending where she reunites with Jimmy after he fell down and had a concussion head. And I would love to see that theory that it's that Jimmy is Jamie Lloyd's dad. That would be cool. And that's cool that they had their ending, and that was only in the TV cut ending, but I would include that. Great ending. Powerful ending, great performance by Jamie Lee Curtis, Donald Pleasence, Dick Warlock, and I thought this was a great movie by Rick Rosenthal, who directed Bad Boys with Sean Penn and Isai Morales. Great film, great director. Sadly, would direct Resurrection, which was goofy shit. But all in all, I thought Dick Warlock was a great Michael Myers, and it's the same fucking mask. People bitch about, oh, it's a different mask. No, it's because Deborah Hill had it under her mask and she was a smoker, so they got all this smoking shit all around it, and it kind of increased. But this is a badass sequel, a lot better than the 2018 bullshit. Great sequel, folks. And see you in the next one, folks. Take care.